I always forget to mute my mic there. Hello, chat. Hello. I always forget to unmute my mic at the very end. Hello, chat. How's it going? How's it going? Welcome back. You actually missed it? I didn't miss it. I was right here. You can't say that I missed it, alright? Fuck, come on, man. You can't do that to me. Don't... You can't do that to me. You know how much I sacrifice. You look slay today. Well, I have, like, okay, see, I need some input from chat here. Let me show you. First of all, pigtails, yay or nay? Because I have those. I don't know. Maybe should I not do the pigtails? What do you think of that? And then I've got this like skirt on, but it's like it clashes with the top a little bit. So, and it's like, I don't know if you can tell, but I have to have the Daisy Dukes because it's like this doesn't cover shit. I fundamentally cannot wear these. So the question I have, chat, is would you rather have me wear the skirt on it, or would you rather have me just take off the skirt and have the Daisy Dukes? Because I am wearing the shorts. It's up to you, chat. No seeing the rest. Pigtails are fine. Skirt is better. Lose the Daisy Dukes. Listen, chat. This is a my Christian stream. Pigtails are mid. Well, we got one naysayer. Live on the edge. Dude, it literally doesn't cover my ass. If I turned around, you'd just see my ass, dude. It doesn't... This skirt doesn't cover anything. Nay on the pigtails. We got 2 nay on the pigtails. Alright, chat. We got 2 nay on the hold on. What else would you like to see, then, if you don't want pigtails? If you don't want pigtails, what do you want? You're just a normal ponytail? Big braid instead of pigtails? Ah, fuck, dude. I don't know if I know how to do a braid. Hold on, let me try it. Let me try it. Let me just really quick. It's cause like I got this guy, and then I go over here, and then I go over there, and then I got this guy, and I go over there, and I got this guy, and I go over there. I don't think I'm doing it right, chat. I don't think I'm doing it right. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm doing that one. Regular hair loose is fine. Yeah, I don't want to wear my hair down today, though. Just here to annoy you into finishing the tracks for Maddie. Which tracks? What are you talking about? Which ones? Braids are hard, but they look good. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of the way braids look on me. Because, like, the issue with braids is that they make me look a little bit like a good old farm girl, you know? Makes me look like I don't do anything with my life. I just worship Jesus Christ and go to church on the weekends, and I do the chores at home, you know. It's kind of what the braids look like. I don't know. What about a bun? I don't even know how to do a bun. What about that, chat? Does that work? I don't know. I'm going with that. You know, I know you'll never cut your hair, but pixie cuts are kawaii as fuck. Dude, yeah, are those like glorified bowl cuts, dude? I hate those things, man. What happened to the McDonald's? The Pixies won. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't like bangs. Every time I see people with bangs, just like those really short, straight bangs, I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't think I'd ever get bangs, to be honest with you. I might put a wig on to see what it looks like, but I don't think bangs are my jam. I really don't think they are. I've never been a big fan of bangs. I've never been a big fan of that look. It's not my style, you know. And it's like at this point, dude, I've had nightmares about cutting my hair. I refuse to cut my hair. That is like maybe one day, maybe, but like probably not, because I really like my hair. I don't want to cut it, you know. It's my hair. Plot twist: the whole spare bedroom filled with bricks and unworn red shirts. Have you worn all the red shirts, or do you still have new ones? No, this is brand new. Never been worn. I still have a couple left. I'm running out. I'm running low on my red shirt supply, but I still have a couple. Then I have to like wash them all. I have to like find them all and then wash them. And then I'll have all new ones again. Astra nightmares. All ammo are duds and cutting hair. I've had some fucking nightmares before, chat. I've had some wild nightmares. I've had nightmares involving Sam Hyde and chitty groping. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I've had some pretty wild dreams. An Astro official uniform, kinda. So what is the consensus on the skirt? Do you guys want the skirt or no skirt? I think it looks a little weird with the skirt on top of the Daisy Dukes, but it's like I can't not, you know, I can't do that. It's just not how, it's not in the cards, chat. It just isn't. Astra doing laundry. I am actually doing laundry right now as we speak. I'm gonna have to like go down there in a second to make sure that it fills up with water again, but I'm actually doing laundry as we speak. Because I need a clean towel so I can fucking take a shower. Skirts are fine. Daisy Duke's gone. Listen, chat, that's not an option. You either get the Daisy Dukes with the skirt or the Daisy Dukes without the skirt. There's no non-Daisy Dukes scenario here. You know, chat, like, okay. See this? Right? See how you can still see, like, most of the shorts? Yeah, if I don't like that. We'll just go with this. We'll just go with this, chat. That looks better. Chat, I can't do anything about that. Like, it's... The skirt is it's too short. It shows too much, and I don't want to get banned off of Twitch. So I got shit to do tomorrow, and if I'm banned on Twitch, that's gonna make my life very difficult. Oh man, I can never focus this camera right. Is there like some sort of remote control camera focuser that I can have, that I can focus my camera with like a remote control instead of having to reach and grab the lens? Is a battle pass skirt. Yeah. Dukes be damned, I'll go for them. This is a very short skirt. It is a very short skirt. It's like, I can't wear that shit. I can't wear that shit on stream, man. I gotta, you know. Nano had a little remote camera focuser zoomer thing. I know, and I really like that. I love that. But the issue is my camera is not a webcam. And so it has, I might be able to focus it digitally, but I don't know how. I don't think I can. And if I can, I'd have to like pay $50 for the upgraded US webcam bullshit. Because like I'm not sure what like options it gives me when I have my camera. But like it won't, the only way I can focus my camera is by like reaching and grabbing the lens and turning the lens. That's like the only way I can do it. They have like camera rigs that you know, if you're out filming in IRL, you can hold it, and some of those have a little bit like wheel attachment that like they like grab the end of the lens, and it can digitally, it has like a motor, and it can like, you can then remotely like focus the camera, but only then. That might be what I have to do, chat, because like I don't think oh shit, dude, I fucking got this shit tangled. I don't think there's a way to do it digitally without like doing that. Nice hands. No, thank you. I always have like the desire to put these gloves on, and I don't know why. It's maybe because they're warm and they're nice and toasty, but also because I feel like it makes me it makes my hand hurt a little bit less. I don't know why. Who sent you the danger skirt? I think it was Derek. Pretty sure it was Derek, or it was the Australian. I'm not sure who that was, by the way. If you're the guy who sent the Australian care package, please let me know so I can thank you properly. But yeah, the Australian package, you know, one came from Australia. See, the knot has respawned. That's just what it does, man. It's what it does. All right, the knot is just gonna respawn. How's the hand doing? Well, it's still bruised. Like, I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's still bruised pretty bad. It still hurts pretty bad. And it doesn't feel like it's healing very well, but Like, if I hadn't gone to the doctor already, I would have been like, I would have probably be like, okay, I should probably go at this point because it still fucking hurts. But I already went to the doctor. She already said it wasn't broken, so there's nothing I can do. I know is what they do. All string wires, hose lines will spontaneously erupt into knots. I missed the hand injury. Yeah, it was yeah. Don't know until you try Astra 764. I can't do Astra 764 because someone stole the name. Some motherfucker already stole the Astra 764 name. Someone already did it. I can't ever be Astra 764. The bastard. I should have made an account like right after I like had to remake this account. I should have made another account for just so I could have that. Astra 762 by 39. So that's too long. Like, Astra 762 made sense, because it's just the shortened version of that, right? That makes sense, right? But now it's like, okay, I've got Astra 763. It works, right? But I like it because it's like the gun that I got that when I made the new account, the Astra 900, is chambered in 763. So it's like, it works. It's like, it works as a caliber. The 762 one worked as a caliber, and 763 one works as a caliber. I don't know if there's a 764 caliber out there, and if there is one, it's probably really expensive. So, Astra 545. That was another option. If you remember, chat, when the ban initially happened, there was like a conversation about what the new name should be, whether it should be Astra 763, Astra 545, or Astra like 54R or something like that. I don't know what other ones I was considering, but like it worked out because like my broom handle is chambered in 763, so it's like an Astra chambered in 763. That's the whole. It's like even better than the last one, right, Peanut? Yeah. Peanut. Astra at least 13. Astra 50 cal. America. IRC Astra 556 one. Did it? Did it win? I don't remember that. Peanut in the penthouse. Peanut. He's like checking out my skirt because I left it on top of there. Peanut. It was a while ago. I fully expected you to say 5x45 times 39 was inferior, like 556. I don't really know because I haven't. It's hard for me to say like, oh, 762 is so much better than 5x45. Because it's really, like, I understand it from a logistics standpoint. The reason why, like, nations went to a smaller caliber in general was because if you have a soldier and they have a M1 Grand, they can carry 90 rounds of ammunition. But if you have an M4 chambered in 5.56, you can carry, like, twice as much ammo for the same weight. So you're gonna have, like, the same load on your kit, but you're gonna have twice as much ammo, which is the whole idea behind it. And it's like, I don't like 5.56. I don't think it's powerful enough, but like that's why nations switched. And same logic with 5x45. 5x4. A lot of people like 5x45. I don't know. I don't know how good it is. I don't know how effective it is. I like 30 caliber. I like big calibers because I like it. I don't like the small little vermin calibers, 22 is just too small. So in my mind, I don't really like 5x45 as much as 7.62 by 39, but I've never shot 5x45. I just haven't. I've never had a gun that shoots it. So I have a gun that shoots. I have two guns that shoot 5.56. One's in Iowa, but I've got two of them, and I've got at least two guns that shoot 7.62 by 39. So it works that it ends up being alright, There's also a bit that 5x45 and 5.56 fly way better than 7.62 by 51 do. There's that bit, but that's copium. Well, actually, 5.56 does just as much damage if you use the bougie green tip full metal hollow point jacket specialty rounds that cost like $2 a bullet. dude, I like 760 by 39 because like at the ranges you're gonna shoot a gun like that at, it's adequate, and it's gonna have more oomph to it. One day, Astra will get you in a VC and the internet will melt. Small bullets equals more injured soldier versus dead soldiers. Injured soldiers are priority to remove from the active fighting, and it requires more people to move at live injured soldiers. I don't know about that one, because if it's worth it for them to do it, then it would be like better to like have the guy just be dead, because then he can't fight you again. You know what I mean? It seems like hope. The AR in an AR stands for assault rifle. Wow, but guys, look at my assault rifle 15. Did you make it to the BO box? Not today. Not today. I'll probably go soon. I don't like to go like too often. Let stuff like accumulate. Hold on, I want to grab my gun. No, let's grab it. I've got my assault rifle 15 here. What a cool gun this is, man. What a cool gun. That looks dangerous. Astra had stuff coming today and tomorrow. I imagine she'll go on Saturday when she picks up the 340. Probably. That's probably what I'll do, to be honest with you, because that's like if I've got stuff to do on Saturday anyway. The rifle's bigger than me. I mean, well, maybe. The thing about this rifle that's so special and unique, at least to me, is it's so fucking light, dude. I could shoulder this rifle and like have it be shouldered for like a long period of time, right? It's like it's so fucking light, right? I guess it's a 16-inch barrel, so it's not like a 20-inch. You know, 20-inch barrel adds a lot, but man, dude, I fucking, the AR we shot last time we went shooting was so heavy. I have no idea why. I got a Yugo M70, but it has a bunch of bullshit on it. Keep the original bullshit. Keep the bullshit or return to original. A collapsible stock? Yeah, well, it's an AR. So you gotta think about it, you know, collapsible stocks are a little bit more complicated on an AR, because all throughout back here you have a buffer tube. So like on an AK, you don't have that, so you could just fold it. But on here, there's a buffer tube. I can even show you. Actually, if I take the pin out. If I take this pin out, you can see there's like a little, I don't know how to show you this, but see this little thing right here? This is a buffer tube, and it goes like, it goes back into the stock, so you can't, and it's necessary for the function of the firearm, so it doesn't work if you don't have that. So you can't just like fold the stock with that there. There are like certain ARs that, certain like AR platform rifles that have designed ways around that, but this is not one of them. Gotta launch the D10 pin. An Emperor does not have their recoil spring in the stock. Does an M4 not have a recoil? I think they all do, but it just depends on like, because most AR stocks you see are like the adjustable stocks. I don't really see a lot of folding stocks on AR platform rifles at all. Really, the only times I see that is when the gun is more or less look like an AR, and it's not actually an AR style weapon, and it just kind of imitates an AR style weapon more so than anything. You know, how long would it take to conquer the Aztec Empire with one of these rifles? Well, I mean, if you, what? That's a weird feeling. Ooh, that feels weird. Is that like normal? Oh, I guess it is. Damn. Anyway, just one rifle, impossible. Yeah, it's like if it's just me against the entire Aztec army, and I've got infinite ammo. Maybe. It would take you a while, though. Like, I feel like if you had a boat and infinite ammo, you could do it, because you would just have to, like, shoot them, and then as they're chasing you, you run back on your boat and you run away. And because their boats are like made out of wood, if they chase you in their boats, you just shoot their holes and they're gonna like sink. So it's not. I don't think. I think you could do it. It would just be really, really hard and long. So probably like 5 years at least maybe 10 years of just pestering the Aztec Empire until they finally give up. Who would win? One dedicated femboy with an AR or the entirety of the Aztec Empire? At some point you're gonna be shooting Nano's ancestors? I mean that... I guess so? I really don't know, I really don't know much about Nano's lineage. Problem is that they adapt and create strategies. Yeah, that's the thing. You'd have to, like, be on top of that. But if you're on a boat, okay, like, I'm on a modern boat. Like, let's say I'm on, like, a modern pilot house boat. And I can realistically stay out there for as long as I need to, because I can, like, collect rainwater. I can, you know, it's solar powered, so I got that. I got fishing, so I got, like, food and water. And I've got, you know, everything to survive. I only have to go back onto land to grab, like, maybe wood for burning stuff and, like, some minor things. So I could, like, sail to where they're not at, grab some resources, and then come back on my boat. And then whenever I wanted to, I could just get close to their, like, port cities and then just, like, you know, I like, just, like, sit out there with, like, 100 feet offshore and just, like... And they wouldn't have anything they could do about it, because their spears and arrows aren't going to go that far, right? So, and if they round together, like, a raiding party and get a bunch of boats together, then I just have to shoot their holes, because, like, if you, they don't have metal boats, so I would just literally make, like, maybe what I would do is I would just, like, shoot their holes out, and then I would throw, like, a Molotov cocktail on it. This is, like... For reference, this is not a real scenario, Twitch. This is a in Minecraft scenario. Arrows can do 100 yards, whether Aztecs had longbows. I don't know. I don't think they did. I'm not sure. But either way, I could set out 400 yards, 500 yards from the coast, and I'd still be perfectly fine. It'd actually be easier for you to sink metal boats than canoes they used. I mean, I guess canoes are heavier, but the thing is, if they have a canoe and you have an AR-15 and they're rowing towards you, there's nowhere to hide. But wood doesn't stop bullets like that. So, like, even if it didn't sink their boat, if you got 5 guys rowing towards you and they're in a little wooden dinghy and you've got an AR-15 and it's just, I don't know, man. You just lean over your deck and just go, and that's it. That's it, man. There's nothing else to it. 5 guys? Hold on. Let's look at Aztec Navy. Like, what did the Aztec boats? Aztec Navy. What did it look like? Boat. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Alright, we got one picture here that kind of shows what they were about, you know? So it looks like they pretty much just have canoes. That looks like pretty much what they were rocking with, you know? It's hard, you know, these are just random images I found off of Google. But, like, this is the type of canoe you're talking about. Like, all these guys have guns, but they've only got, like, single-shot guns. They got up close, you know? If I had a modern boat and they got that close, I could literally just fucking go away. You know what I mean? If they get too close, just... These guys have sails. They have to, like, lower the mast. They can't just book it if they want to, right? I could just book it. And if they're in this, you know, these kind of boats, they don't have any cover and protection. They'd be essentially like them walking towards me at like 2 miles an hour with no cover. It's not even it wouldn't even be like a thing. If I had infinite ammo, right? All I had to do was pop the mag out and put a new one in. That's how this would have to happen. Because I don't think there's a reality where you could have enough ammo to realistically do that. But this only works if you have the contingency on infinite ammo. I should make a game about this. This seems like a fun game design idea. Putting 2 ARs get fouled easily and malfunction, and it takes a couple hits on the target, so after 5 mags and dropping 6 fighters, you're toast. Okay, that's not realistic though. Like ARs get fouled, right? You'd have to clean it. Of course you'd have to clean it, but assuming you're on a boat and you could just drive out further to sea where they can't reach you, then I'll just like clean my gun out there, right? What about jams? I mean, what about jams? You just literally like, oh, I had a stoppage. Ow, fuck! Like hit my chest there. Ow. But yeah, it's like, oh no, I'm shooting. I've had a stoppage. New mag in. There you go. That's all you have to do. And it's like, it's not like I'm crawling in the mud with it. The biggest issue would be salt water, but like, you just don't let it get that wet, you'd be fine, Would I rather have an RPK? Sure, yeah, I'd rather have an RPK. But like, in this scenario, we're talking about the AR. It's not the ideal weapon. Obviously, if I could have any weapon I wanted to for this scenario, where I have infinite ammo, I would just have a fucking, like, minigun. I would just have a fucking minigun, and so whenever they get close, I would just go, brrr, and they would be dead. What if your hand is super bruised? Well, I could still fight with this, it's not, my hand's not broken, right? It's not broken, okay? Say Aztecs in 1450 get their hands on an AR-15. How long would it take them to reverse engineer it? They didn't have ironworking. They didn't understand. There's too many elements that they would have to understand. They couldn't re-engineer this. Like, if an Aztec got their hands on this, there's no way they could recreate it, right? Because you've got specialty, like, designed polymers right here. This isn't just plastic. It's, like, specialty designed polymers that are designed to handle, like, really hard for. They couldn't make this in the 1960s. The whole idea behind this rifle is it's modernized, right? This is a 2020, or this is like a 2017 rifle made with the best technology of 2017, right? But it's like there's too much here. They would have no idea how to work the metal. They wouldn't know how to make the plastic, and they also wouldn't know how to make the ammo. It's like the ammo is smokeless powder in a brass casing. Like, they would have had no way of making that. Even if they could make brass, they couldn't make, like, that fine, precision, like, precisely manufactured, bullet case. And then they didn't have the formula for the, they didn't have smokeless powder back then, It would just take really good black powder rifle. I'd probably take an M240 rather than a minigun. I mean, maybe that might be an option. I'd probably rather have, like, some sort of machine gun. Maybe, maybe like an RPK or something like that. Probably would want an RPK. Because an RPK, you can shoot, like, 1,000 rounds out of that before it burns out, right? So you got a lot of. You can't shoot. If you were shooting this gun continuously for, like, 500 rounds, it would probably die. So if you've got a lot of people coming at you and you need to lay down some serious big dick energy, the RPK, I think, is a better option. They'd figure out powder. I mean, I don't know about that one, dude. It took humans until 80s to figure out smokeless powder, dude. It took them. They were like, the Aztecs were hundreds of years before the advent of smokeless powder. This goddamn French, let me tell you. This goddamn French. Miniguns aren't super reliable. They overheat quick unless you're using them on an aircraft. Dude, why not just RPG? Just shoot it at their ship. Yeah, they have a canoe, and you just launch an RPG at them, and they just blow the fuck up. I mean, maybe an RPG would be the better option if you had infinite ammo, and you could just go dunk, and it would just like blow. You'd have to have good aim because it takes a long time to reload it, but like. It's just imagine just lobbing fucking RPG rockets at their like ancient Aztec cities, and they're just like, what the fuck do we do about this? Like, we can't do anything. This is fucked. There's nothing you can do about this at this point. They've got magic missile. They cast a magic missile at us. Damn, dude. Fuck, my hand is so bruised. Like, I don't know why it hurts so much still. Maybe I'm just not taking it easy enough. I'm playing too much video games with it. Damn, does it still hurt? It's like anytime I use it at all, it like hurts a good bit. Get yourself a CIWS Astra. What is that? I don't know what that is. I think they'd win you the numbers. All it would take is enough canoes to trickle Astra and it would be done. Can't shoot in every direction at once. But no, okay, okay, in this scenario, I'm on like, here, chat. I'm on like a proper modern boat. I'm not on like a bass boat. I'm on like a, let's say I'm on like a proper fishing vessel with sleeping quarters in it. And it's got like, you know, it's like a 30-foot boat, right? We're talking powered, solar powered boat. So I don't have to worry about fuel. I don't have to worry about any of that. But whenever I need to, I could just take my boat and I could just get the fuck out of there. That's like the idea. I should just over here going full jam sheet on imaginary Aztecs. What is this? This is just like, it's like, oh yeah, medieval people versus modern weapons. Honestly, it's been like, this is a topic that's been done to death. Why does that still smell? Every time like the cap smells like dishwater for some reason. And I never understand why. It's like only recently has it been doing that. That's an anime called Gate. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, realistically, it would depend. It would depend on a lot of scenarios. Do you have infinite ammo? It would, I think even if you had a fishing boat, like a proper 30-foot fishing boat, that you could hike it out of there real quick if you needed to, and you had all those infinite ammo, I think it would still be difficult, you know, to topple an entire empire. We need to clean the cup. I do clean the cup, thank you very much. I do clean it with soapy water. And I like clean it very well. But it's like, I don't know. I'll do that, it'll be fine. But then sometimes, like, even right after I do it, like, it gets smelly smell. It smells smelly. It's not, like, bad. It's just, like, dishwater. Like, tap water smell. And I don't know where that's coming from. Fuck, dude. It's, like, hurts so much right now. I don't know why. It's the bacteria. It's not bacteria. It's, like, it doesn't smell funky. It smells like... Because now it's kind of gone. And it's just the cap. It's like this portion right here. It's just the cap. And it smells like this. Like, it smells like tap water. If they would throw enough bodies at you and you would die. Probably. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. But, like, I don't know. If you had... how long would that take, though? With, like, infinite people. And you had infinite ammo. How long could you stand? How long could you last? I don't know, man. I feel like I could last a good bit. It perhaps liberating polymers. Maybe, perhaps. God damn. What the fuck did I do to it? Did I just hit it on something? God damn. It's like, Jesus Christ. Every time I stream, I do something that hurts my hand. Maybe you have too much sulfur in your water. Maybe. That might be the case. I don't ever drink tap water, ever. That's something I don't do. And then the Spanish arrive and find the ruins of Astra's gun and boat, and the timeline would shift, and Spain would have conquered the whole world. Oh no, not Spain, not Spain. They were like the dominant force for a while. It's a shame not many people know who Jamsheed is. You might want to check YouTube for Jamsheed and the good RPG god. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I should, but I don't. I don't think I'd last that long with you. Not really, you'd have absolutely, they'd have absolutely no idea what they were looking at. Yeah, probably not. Not unless you, like, used it and explained it to them. I think if you went to, like, ancient Spain and you took this rifle and you explained every aspect of it, they might be able to get it, but The thing about modern firearms is they were developed with modern industrial structure. So, like, the idea of precision-made metal parts on a mass scale is not, like, it's not, like, an unrealistic idea. And it hasn't been for 200 years. But, like, before that, it was like, oh, you want us to make this extremely precise, like, metal part, and you want us to do it, like, 500 times over to the exact same specification? That's like, no, it's not happening. It'd be like alien technology. They had rifles. They'd be able to figure it out eventually. Maybe. They didn't have yeah, they did. What do you mean they didn't have capitalism? What? They didn't have capitalism. You know, capitalism isn't a form of government. It's an economic system. Everybody has capitalism. Even communist countries have capitalism. Look at China. They're capitalist as fuck. Until electricity became a thing, aluminum was pretty much the most expensive element in the world. That's the reason why a block of it is in the tip of the Washington Monument. Yeah, so there you go. And if they didn't, it would give them a big tech jump. Just getting the ice engines would be a boost. Capitalism didn't appear until the 1700s. Law. That's what? That's so no. It's not. No, that's not correct. You don't understand what capitalism is, right? Capitalism is just the trades of goods. It's just the trading of goods and capital. It's literally the trade of capital, in whatever form that would take. God damn it! I unplugged my own light that time. God damn it. Like, no, they didn't invent capitalism in the 1700s, dude. Capitalism has been around for as long as humans. It's not just the trade of goods. Ask Adam Smith. You wrote a book about it. Well, who the fuck is Adam Smith, and why is he a leading like word on what is and isn't capitalism? That's not. Capitalism is literally just. That's just not how it works. You have marketplaces. That's capitalism. If you buy something with money, that's capitalism. That is all just capitalism. And people in the, like, 500s were trading for things with gold and money and capital. People were trading capital in the 100s, meaning that there was capitalism in the 100s. Adam Smith is Jesus for libertarians? Well, I don't know who he is, so obviously not. And also, like, just one guy says something like, oh, he said, look at this guy, he said this, and it's like, I don't care what he says. It doesn't mean shit. Like, again, that works if you think of capitalism as a form of government, but it is not a form of government. Thank you, Rudis, for the $10. Thank you for the capitalism, Rudis. Thank you so much. But capitalism isn't like, it's not a form of government. It's not like it's not a way of running your government. It's like every single society that's ever existed has had capitalism to some extent. Even ones that hate capitalism. Soviet Russia had capitalism in the latter half of its existence. Like, China has capitalism. Every single communist country has capitalism to an extent. We're in late stage capitalism. I mean, there's that, but that's not really capitalism either. That's just I don't like the word late stage capitalism because I feel like that's kind of dumb. What we're living in right now is corporatism. We're living in a corporatocracy, meaning that the corporations run our government. So basically, BlackRock and McDonald's and Walmart have more power and influence over the government and the laws created in the government than we do. We're in a corporatocracy. That's what that means. Ancient China was very developed, and they invented powder. They did invent powder. Before the 1700s, the word company was a military term, not a commerce one. Yeah, but they still had commerce. They still had trade. You don't need a company to do capitalism. The Silk Road. What did they do on the Silk Road? They traded shit. That's capitalism. That's like, that's a lot older than, like, shit, that shit's been around for a while. Mikhail Kalashnikov, who's that guy? Sounds made up. Can we get a bit of Australian capitalism? Alright, Australian capitalism. Where there's trade, war can't exist. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Trade does not equal capitalism. What is your definition of capitalism? Because I feel like the problem here is our definitions of capitalism are just not the same. Let me look up capitalism on the internet. Wikipedia. Is an economic system based on the private ownership and the means of production and the operation and their operation for profit. So if you own your own means of production and your own pretty much I mean, that basically means, like, if you own your own farm and you own your own land, then that's capitalism. And there were a lot of places that didn't have that back in the day, you know, serfdom and stuff like that, but it did exist. Economics historians and political economists and socialists adopt different. Let's see here. Term capitalism, meaning the owner of capital, appears earlier than the term capitalism or capitalist, and dates the mid-17th century. Capitalism is derived from capital, which is evolved from the capitale and the late Latin word based on caput, meaning head. So the word capitalism was made in the 1700s, it looks like, but I don't think that capitalism as a concept was invented in 1700. I think that they put a name to it, but I don't think that you could say, oh yeah, capitalism was made in made in the 1700s. Like, that's ridiculous. Come on now. Capitalism is a way of exchanging goods and services. I mean, really, that's what it is. It's just, in my mind, it's the trade of capital. Like, is that not the easiest definition of capitalism? It's the trade of capital, whether that be land, whether that be means of production, whether that be gold, anything that has value and you trade it, that's capitalism. Brute force ending feudalism by enclosure acts. I disagree with that one, Boobs. I think that's a bad way of defining capitalism. Imagine you go back in time and were buddies with the Aztecs and you showed them the AR-15. What would happen? They'd probably say, wow, capitalism's great. It's a good thing until most of the capital gets concentrated by a few hands. Well, that's just not... Again, it's like capitalism is the basic human way of doing things. I have this rock. You have that rock. I want your rock and you want mine, so let's trade. That's capitalism. If that's not capitalism, then what is it? Aztecs, we'd like to join the NRA. It's a good thing until, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think capitalism is like a defined, I don't think you can define it by like, oh, well, it's like it was made by these people here. They are the ones who invented it. It's like, no one invented capitalism. NRA, more like NR-gay. If a communist country trades for AKs and uranium with other communist countries, all acquired by a commodity of a command economy, that's capitalism? Yes. Unironically, yes. It's trade. Yes, there's capitalism. The communist and the ideas of communism is the lack of ownership. So if you have a country trading in the idea, okay, so here's the thing. And if you listen to communists and older communists and Marxists, they understand that communists is not, it is a stepping stone, right? Communists want, the only way true communism works the way that communists want it to work is if the entire world is communist, which means no one owns anything. That's what communists go for, right? That's the idea. And so if you have another country that's not communist, then full communist and its like ideals are not fulfilled yet, and you're still in that transitionary period, because that country the Soviet Union will have to trade with other countries, and that is communist. That ownership and trade of ownership, that's capitalism. Communism is the lack of ownership of land, not things. You can still own things in communist Russia. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's still capitalism. I think that pure communism, is the lack of ownership in general, because there's no difference between land and this, if you look at it at the end of the day. Communists want everybody to own everything. Communism is about workers securing the means of production. That's such a, oh man, I hate it when people say that. It's basically that is another way of saying we want the government to run everything. We want the government to run our farms. Like, if people say we want people to have the means of production, what are you saying? You're saying that you want the people to own the farm, which means the government owns the farm, because the people are the state, and the state owns everything. I sent you a card, by the way. Oh, thank you. Has Peanut? She's pretty good. She was hanging around in the penthouse. She's right. Oh, she's right here right now. There's Peanut. Oh, there she goes. That wouldn't be socialism, which is good. That would be socialism, which isn't good either. Yeah, not really. Share the commons. Sent a card? Hell yeah. It's a Walmart card. That's actually really useful, because we do need to go to Walmart really badly. What people means depend on whether you're communist or an anarchist. See, I don't know. So, like, when I think of communists and what they want, all comes down to the government provides everything for you, so you own nothing. The government owns everything, and the government provides everything for you. They provide your living quarters, they provide your food, they provide everything like that, right? And ownership really is the ideals of ownership. And if you take the ideals of ownership is what is anti-communist. So it's like, if you support any sort of ownership at all, I feel like that's fundamentally anti-communist. Personal property is not the same as private property, but I still think trading personal properties is still capitalism. Because even, okay, let's say you have a complete and total communist society for a moment, right? Let's think about this for a second. You've got the whole world is communism, which means you get provided work, so you get told what to do and when to do it. You don't get to choose what you get to do. You get told, and you get provided housing, food, and everything else like necessary, right? But you can still own and create little knickknacks, right? So let's say you create and invent a product that does something neat that the government does not provide. So this product that you've created has value, but there's no money in this communist society. But you can still trade it. You own this thing, and because you own it, you can trade it. And because you can trade it, you can make profit off of it. And because you can make profit off of it, that means it's capitalism, right? That's anti-communist, and that's just fundamentally anti-communist. So you can have the distribution of wealth is even under communists, but if you can create something and make wealth out of that, then you are not equal anymore. You have more capital, you have more wealth than your fellow man, and that would be seen as anti-communist, right? I don't know. I might be just stupid, chat. Don't listen. I'm kind of retarded sometimes, so who knows if I know. I'm just talking out of my ass most of the time, but still, I genuinely think if you were really good at making furniture, and the government provides you furniture, but you make better furniture than the government provides, then people will have an incentive to want to buy it from you. Whether it's by giving you something that they have, it doesn't have to be even trading money. It could be trading anything. Anything that has inherent value can be traded. Has she done a fit check? Not recently. I could do another fit check. You like peanut butter, Astra? I do like peanut butter. Fit check. Communist, this ass. Look at this capitalist ass. There's no communism here. But you're so cute when you rant about socioeconomic issues. I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Something about capitalism, something about, I don't know. It's really all it comes down to is just that definition of things, you know what I mean? Like, if you are communism and you don't define owning, like, a knickknack as anti-communist, then that doesn't matter for you, right? It's just a matter of, I define communism and capitalism as this, and this other person defines it as that, and it's just, we're never gonna agree because we just fundamentally define things differently. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? It's like, if you have an idea of how you want to run a country, you don't need to agree with everybody else on how to run that country if you run it successfully, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If you're doing it successfully, it doesn't matter. Need some squats. Yeah, I need to get back on my machine here. On my stepper machine. I should use this thing more often, honestly. Like, I should just... See, this is why I want to pedal kayak, chat. if I had a pedal kayak, I could just like work these muscle groups like all day by going fishing, you know? Like that's why I need a pedal kayak, really. That's really what we're saying here. You need a bar for balance? Yeah, something like that. Communist regimes in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe allowed farmers to own a small household plots of land, and after they initially abolished them. Well, yeah, because what they found out is that by having the state, okay, you gotta understand, the state sucks at doing anything. They're pink Birkenstocks, not pink Crocs, actually. But the state sucks at doing everything. So when the state takes over a farm, they are not going to be as productive with that farm as the people who owned that farm. So now you have less food being produced out of the same land. And so now they can't afford to feed everybody because there's not enough food because the state sucks at farming. And so now you have to, then you have to give some land back. That happened in Maoist China, Soviet Russia. They had to at some point had to be like, okay, we'll let you own some land. There was actually a problem in like the 90s, I remember. I saw a little documentary about this where like Soviet Russia was having a problem because they weren't producing enough food. And so they were trying to, they were literally letting people own their own farms and produce their own farms. But at that point, it had been so long since anyone's done that they don't know how to work the farm and to be profitable anymore. It was like too risky for the people to do it, so they just didn't do it because they didn't know how. It's not like there are people like talking about it, like the actual farmers being like, we're not, Americans have been doing this for hundreds of years. They understand how to make a profit doing this. We haven't done it. That's feudalism? No bueno. Most famines of the 19th century were caused by colonizers forcing highly productive agricultural-based societies against Europeans for food. Can't afford the food you produce, you starve to death. Peanut in your penthouse. If it's in communism, there's no food to have big booty Latinas. This is true. You have Bernie Sanders over here. The red line's a good thing. God damn it, Bernie Sanders. Has Astra talked about Holodomor yet? No. The state should be the one to take care of certain things like roads, utilities, public water, electricity, fire departments, arguably healthcare. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That what you just described is socialism, though, right? There is, what you have to understand about socialism and capitalism is they're not mutually exclusive. You think like, oh, socialism can't exist without, it's like if you live in a social society, you can't have any communism in there. Well, you can't have any there's so many C words. Communist, capitalist. How am I supposed to keep track of this? Like, I can't keep track of that in my mind. But you want an example of socialism in our modern society? Federal post office. That's socialism. The jail system. That's socialism. Socialism is a public good provided by the state. And so there are certain things that should be provided by the state, like adequate logistics, roads, things like that. Water, utilities, fucking jail cells, law enforcement. Those are things that the state provides to the people because it's their job. The issue is that they just suck at it. Like, the state always sucks at that stuff, man. They always suck at it. I don't know, chat. There was this video that I watched a while ago that I kind of want to make a video about. But there's, like, this video about this guy being like, why you should be a commie, or why you should be a socialist in 2024. And it's like, it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Socialists do not want communism. What we want is the people to own the means of production, i.e. communism. In other words, you want the state to own the farms, which is, again, communism. God damn it, dude. It's fucking all communism. You know that meme where it's like the spaceman up in space and he's like, he's like looking down at the earth and he's like, wait a minute, it's all communism? And the guys behind him like, it always has been. They're putting female hormones in the tap water? Oh shit, then maybe we should drink some tap water. Most prisons are not private, but even public ones have the slaves work in corporate manufacturing or data processing, call centers, etc. Interesting. Prisons are usually private-run businesses in the U.S. Yeah, but it's still provided by the U.S. Like, if you have the federal prison, even if it's a private company doing that, it's the federal government turning the cogs. So it doesn't matter. It's like, I don't consider that to not be socialism. Communism and socialism are very closely related, but very different at the same time. They are very different and very closely related. They're both centered around the idea of the government providing for its citizens, which is good to some extent. The issue is that communism takes that to the next level, where it's the government provides everything. They do everything. And it's the idea is, well, if the people own the government, then the government owns the farms, and the people own the farms. But what ends up happening is, realistically, that's not how it works. And the state usually develops interests that are not in the interests of the people, which is when we get, like, you know, I don't know, man. You just look at, have you ever seen the movie, Death of Joseph Stalin with, Steve Buscemi? I recommend it. It's very funny. I love that movie. But it's like, it paints a good picture of just how fucked Soviet Russia was under Stalin, dude. That shit was fucked. Should Astra become a debate sis? If she took on Destiny, Brandon Herrero would notice. Destiny is a knob, dude. He's always been a knob. I'll take on Destiny. Oh man, some of the things he's been saying in the past couple days really pissed me off though. Like, fuck, I didn't hate Destiny before, but now I kind of do. Fucking Destiny, like, it's fucking dumbass. Fucking hate how right you are. Shit's cucked. You own nothing in the U.S. and you only rent. You don't pay taxes on it, and they take it from you. Yeah. You own nothing, and you will be happy. You will live in the pot and you will eat the bugs. Arguably, parts of Spain during the 1930 Civil War until true communism has never been implemented anywhere. Arguably, in Spain during the 1930s and Civil War, until Germans and Russians fought to stop them. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I don't know much about the Spanish Civil War, so I can't really say if that's true or not. It was a 5-way civil. It was a fucking hell of a civil war. It was a fucking wild, like, time. I know there's like fascist Spain, and there was like free Spain, and then there was like, I don't know who won, even, to be honest with you. All I know is that happened like right before World War II, and so Spain got all their fighting out before World War II kicked off. Wear those shorts to win the most debates. You wear those shorts to win the most debates, do you? Oh, what? What, you've disproven my argument with facts and logic? Oh yeah? What do you think of that? Argument invalidated. He's been calling out Donut Operator and Brandon Harris and nasty stuff. If he gets sued, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just dumb. It's really dumb. Destiny's really stupid. He's really stupid sometimes. Like, I don't know. I haven't listened to, like, him, what he's saying. I don't know much about his opinions. All I know is that he said some really dumb stuff. Like, his whole thing about, like, the July 13th shooting and the stuff he said about that is just, it's really awful to say that about somebody. I don't know. It's kind of like Hassan Piker, where it's like he said the most egregious things before that I just can't respect him. Like, Hassan Piker is probably one of, like, the worst people ever. I fucking hate Hassan Piker. It's like, oh, everybody should be communists, even though I'm, like, fucking super rich and don't have to, like, do anything, and I get gifted everything because my uncle worked for the Young Turks. Fucking goddamn Hassan Piker. Not even an American. He's supposed to be a neoliberal with edge. I think he's off script. Yeah, he's kind of... Destiny is really just not... I don't know. I don't like Destiny. I didn't like... After, you know, he debated John Trot, I didn't like him. I don't know. It's like hard to say though, because like there's a difference between being right and being good at debating. Destiny's like good at debating, so I don't know if I talk to him, I might get my ass handed to me because I don't know how to debate for shit. All I know is when somebody asks you, "Do you believe this?" you never say yes or no. You're just supposed to be like, because you can't let them back you into a corner. But he saw his son shot him with a BB gun on stream. I mean, that's not so bad. I thought he shot his son with a BB gun. That'd be fucked up. No Australian girl voice? Shake my head. No one's donated for it. You gotta donate for Australian girl voice if you want Australian girl voice, alright? You just gotta donate for that. Caged the cat? She's not caged, actually. She's fully able to get out if she wants to. Hey, Peanut. She just likes sitting in there. About British girl voice. I mean, you gotta pay for that too. I can't be giving out girl voice left and right here for free. I've got bills to pay, Chad. I gotta, you know, gotta make money here. The Astra 900 was used extensively in the Spanish Civil War. I imagine so, because Astra is a Spanish company. Maybe mine was actually used in the Spanish Civil War, Chad. It's very possible that my very Spanish Astra 900 was used in the Spanish Civil War. It's very possible. Is the 2-for-1 deal still running? Yeah, it's you can still see it. Look, it's still 50% off. It's still okay. It's girl voice is $10 for 2 minutes. So if you pay $100, you get 20 minutes of girl voice. That's what we're running right now. That's the deal we're running right now. Of any kind of girl voice you want, you can get Australian girl voice. You can get Christopher Walken girl voice. You can get communist girl voice. You can get I can like put on the hat, you know. I can like, we bled in communist Russia. We love bread lines. Communist. We do not like private ownership here. Kermit the Frog. I don't know if I can do like Kermit the Frog or something. I can't do like a Christopher Walken girl voice for like 20 minutes, I don't think. Fit check. Fit check. It is a good fit. This is like this is genuinely just a solid fit. I do think. Da, привет. Christopher Walken is a girl voice. I had. Wait, no, I got it. Hold on, wait. I had this watch in my ears, so I gotta do that, but in girl voice. So if I go up to girl voice, okay, now I have to do the same thing. So I had this watch up my ass for 7 years. I can't do that. I have no idea how to do a Christopher Walken in girl voice. Charge them, Astra. You're providing valuable service. Or a whale, what a race. Oh, thank you, Tracy, for the $40. Can we have some Russian girl voice? You bless. This is Russian girl voice. This is what you get if you donate to the Russian girl voice. My name is Babushka. I am a Russian woman. I take care of my 7 children in the slums of Russia, just south of Moscow. The government provides us food, except when they don't. I lost 7 children in the last famine. We bled. Alright, hold on. I gotta actually try to figure out how to do like a proper Russian girl voice. Okay. Babushka. Oi, babushka. Tavarish, the regular girl voice is okay if you get tired of that. I might just do regular girl voice because I don't know how to do that. Thank you, that old guy, for the follow. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do that. All right, hold on. Let's see. If I go back to my girl voice. Okay, here's girl voice, and I go. Riblet, hidden Mother Russia. No, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. It's like the problem is like. Girl voice is very inflection based, and so like doing girl voice is like a lot about how you do in your inflections, and like doing an accent is all inflection based too. So it's hard to like do a Russian accent when a lot of like the Russian accent comes from doing "Riblet, suka." I think the Xenia Onatot from the GoldenEye movie. I didn't even notice the scar. Oh yeah, it's still there. It's like getting better, but it's definitely still there. Damn it. Goddamn, look at this chat. Look at, I'm 0 for 2 on kitchen appliances right now. The mirror got me and the fridge got me.
It does look a lot better. I need to get some like concealer for it maybe. I wish I had like I might get it removed eventually if I have enough money to have like a scar removal surgery, but I don't know. It's pretty brutal. It looks pretty bad cuz like the guy who stitched it up did a not great job, so it's like it's not perfect. It is a little gross looking, but what is that mark just below the scar? What? Where? Let's see here. Look. See, it looks pretty nasty, chat. I don't know how to like cover it up though. It's tragic. Just a bit lower into the left. I don't know where that came from. I think that's probably cat scratch is my guess on that one. You can see my 3 moles that I've got here. Look at that. I like the 3 little moles that I have like in line with each other. There we go. Good old USA. Just all femboys tum stream win. I don't know. Do you guys want me to just have a whole stream where it's just my tummy? It's like, okay guys, welcome to the tummy stream. It's only tummy here. Only tummy all the time. Is Jizzward feeling better? For the most part, yeah. He's not sick anymore, at least. Just tell people you got a scar wrestling a gator. Yeah. I should just do that. Just be like, oh yeah, I got that, you know, back when I was fighting off pirates in the Caribbean, you know. Uneat today? No, I did not eat today. To be honest with you, I didn't really eat yesterday either. I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot to eat yesterday, but I had beef jerky, so it's okay. Eating is definitely overrated, though. Eating is totally overrated. No wonder you are 95 pounds. I'm not 95 pounds. I think I've gained like 2 pounds. So like I'm 112 right now, I think. If I had to guess. But I've been eating relatively good for the past couple of months. But like kind of the past couple days I haven't been eating as well. So I need to keep it up. But you know. Listen, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Eating is overrated. It's totally overrated. What is this, by the way? I just keep, like, holding this. I don't know what it is. Like, what is this little dried thing tied to it? Like, this is a cat toy, right? It's like, what is that? I gotta make sure Peanut's in the shot. There we go. You're not going to eat? I mean, I will eat if I have something to eat. A big bird can swoop you up and take you from us. Yeah, like a really fucking big bird. Like Big Bird from Sesame Street levels of Big Bird. I hope you just fall the fuck out. Wait, what? Eat cat food? Ew, why would I eat cat food? That sounds really nasty. I don't like that. That reminds me, I don't know why, but that just like gave me you know those like flashbacks you get and you just think of some random TV show you watched when you were like 7. I remember watching like the first episode of Sonic XD and like seeing like whatever his fucking name was, the little like twink who found Sonic. And he's like, do you want cat food? And he's like, what the fuck, man? What kind of, who do you think I am? Are you really 95 pounds? No, I'm not 95 pounds. I'm like 110, 112 pounds. I'm not 95 pounds, okay? I would... If I was 95 pounds, you probably would notice. Like, I would probably not look very healthy at 95 pounds. Like, I'd probably have, like, less meat in my cheeks. I'd probably have no titties. I'd probably be just really skelly. That was a joke. No, not 95 pounds. 110 pounds I'll carry. Have you checked out the new up and coming platform called Beam? I have not. Is it good? Is it worth trying? It feels like every other, like, at least once a year, there's a competitor to Twitch that everybody's like, oh my god, did you hear about Kick? It's so good. Everybody's going over to Kick, and then it's like 2 months later, it's like, oh, so do you guys remember Kick? That was funny while it lasted, huh? 110 is a big difference than 95. Yeah, it's a lot. It's 15 pounds. It's a 15-pound difference. You know how heavy 15 pounds is, chat? That's a lot of weight. That's like several peanuts worth of weight. So at least like 2 or 3 peanuts. Oh, why am I not eating? Mostly because it's either I forget or I don't have food in the house. Usually it's like, sometimes like I'll have food and like, but like I have pork chops in the fridge, right? But I have to de-thaw them and I keep forgetting to do that. So I'm like, you know, I need to just take them and put them in the thing, but I'm like, I've just been like lazy and haven't done it. The other thing is I need to like re-season all my pans. So it's like I have to like, before I really cook anything major, I have to go through and spend like an hour or two just re-seasoning my pans. Like, I like that little egg sandwich I was making, but I've tried to make it the past couple times, and I just have been getting fucked by the egg, like, over and over again. Like, I'm trying to do an over easy egg, right? So I fry the egg, and then I flip it on its side without the egg breaking. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. But for whatever reason, like, no matter what pan I use, whether it be, like, a stainless steel pan or, like, my carbon steel pan, every fucking time, the egg sticks immediately, and I can't get it off. Like, it ends up just turning to scrambled eggs, and it just fucking pisses me off every time, and I just, like, gave up. But I need to re-season it, you know? And then once I re-season it, it'll probably be fine. But it's like, there's a spot in the middle of the pan, I guess, where it's not seasoned very well, so as soon as it makes contact with that, it just fuses like that. Fucked by an egg over and over again. We've all been there. Your cat is named Peanut. Yeah, that cat right there is named Peanut. See, she knows her name. Like, if I say Peanut really loud, Peanut. No, she doesn't care right now. But she does usually. Are you cooking with oil and butter? I'm cooking with, usually what I'll do is I'll have a little bit of oil in there to raise the temperature. Like, a little bit of peanut oil to raise the temperature of the, what's it called? Of the smoke point of the butter, but usually I'll have a lot of, mostly butter with a little bit of peanut oil to make the smoke point a little bit higher. So I don't accidentally burn the butter. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Are you wearing your favorite shirt? You're wearing my favorite shirt you wear, yes. This one, which is I have always taken a gigantic risk about wearing this shirt with no bra on. Every time I wear this shirt, I'm taking a risk, chat. Gotham steel, the best for cooking and cast iron. I like, you know, cast iron, it works, but here's the thing, I don't want to use my cast iron to cook an egg, right? Because, like, I'd have to I want to flip the whole thing, and I've got a fucking big-ass cast iron, and I can't just, like, do that with it. He just cooked seasoned like 150 grams of chicken, about like but still protein enough. I need 40 grams each meal, so I got like the breads. Wait, what are you talking about? I have no idea. Manly voice. How do I look, bro? How do I look at this crop top, bro? Do you like my crop top, man? Do you like how this shorts make my butt look?
Try lower temp after the pan comes to temp and the egg has started to cook slightly. It's not that I'm not cooking at massive high temperatures. I'm not like, I don't have to add the peanut oil, and maybe like I shouldn't next time, but usually I do it just to as like a safeguard. It's like I'm not cooking it at super hot temperatures, but it's like it will stick if it's too cold and it will stick if it's too hot. So it's finding the balance, but it's not even just that. It's just that like whatever I do, it just sticks because it's like the moment there's like an unseasoned patch on my pan, and the moment it makes contact with that, it just fucking sticks like a motherfucker, and it's like, god damn it. And so I have to try and like free the egg before it like solidifies too much, and it's like you have to wait a little bit because the egg will always stick once you first put it on there, and you have to wait a little bit for it to release because it will release, but then you have to like, you can't wait too long or else it will stick more, and it's like, it's really fucking annoying. Me after watching anime for a night. Your pan is acting like it has a hot spot. Well, I mean, it's a little pan, like, you know, it's a little, it's not, here, let me go get it, chat. Let me just go get it. I'll be right back. Let's go get it. I need to do my laundry anyway. I'll be right back, chat. Alright, chat. Chili, Geets beans is liver. What are you talking about? This is the pan that I use typically to cook eggs. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's this, like, it's kind of dirty right now, but there's a couple of spots, like, in the middle here where it's, like, the seasoning kind of broke up a little bit. And it came off, and so I need to re-season that portion. Like, the rest of the pan is pretty well seasoned, like, as you can see. Like, this is a, you know, normal carbon steel. This is an unseasoned carbon steel pan when I started with it. But it just seems like, it's fucking with me, and I can't get it off. I need to, like, properly re-season it. It's like, I tried that, like, I tried to do a seasoning round on it, and it just didn't stick, I guess. Peanut. Does look like it hurt to get hit with. Yeah, it would hurt. It's pretty nice smacking size, you know. It's a small 8-inch pan, so it's not like huge or anything, but you could, you know, hurt someone with it. Beans and chili are good, right? Why do you guys keep fucking trying to reinitiate the beans and chili argument? It's not gonna work. Beans don't belong in chili. End of story, alright? The fuck out of here. Someone in chat earlier, as the stream was starting, was saying how you don't even need meat in chili, and that's not true, though. You need milk. You need two things to have chili, and to have it be chili. You need peppers and meat. That's all you need. You need chilies and you need meat. You know what chili con carne? Do you know what that stands for? You know what that means? You know what the translation of that is? Chili with meat. That's all it means, god damn it. Pan, butter or oil will work. I like butter typically. I don't like chemically, but you know, oils. Like I don't use vegetable oil at all. That's nasty to me. I don't like highly processed shit. Look at that peanut. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Yeah, dude, I bruised my hand. Look at that shit. Man, it's fucking painful. That was me. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to re-season this at some point. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I don't know. I don't know what I'm eating tonight. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know. I need to. We're kind of low on food at the moment too, so it's like it doesn't help when there's not that many options to eat. Maybe I'll make some ramen or something. I don't know. This time, Boobs did nothing wrong. Yeah, it's not even Boobs. It's just other people. How do you cook pork chops? I usually just pan fry them. So not usually with this pan because this pan's a little bit small. If we're cooking like pork chops, this pan's really good for eggs and stuff like that. That's what I love with this pan for, and like sauteing onions and stuff like that, because it's got the flared sides, and you can really like, you know, kind of toss it. It's lighter than my other carbon steel pan, which is a little bit bigger and a little bit harder to work with. But when I'm doing pork chops, I usually use my cast iron, and I'll get it hot, and I'll put some like butter in there. Maybe not hot enough to burn the butter, but hot where I'll have a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, and then I'll put some like crushed garlic in that. And so I'll use that, and then I'll put the pork chops. I'll season the pork chops. I'll like tenderize the pork chops, and then I'll put them on the pan, and then as it's cooking I will like try to baste the pork chop with like the butter garlic mix. Does McDonald's in Florida have hot and spicy McChickens? I don't know. I haven't had a McChicken in fucking like decades, dude. I have not had a McChicken forever. I don't really eat McChickens when I go to McDonald's, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't like McDonald's that much anymore. McDonald's is kind of just shit now. It's like McDonald's costs like 40% more than it used to, and it's like at least 20% worse than it was. Last time you seen you cook, your stove looked like a gas stove? What do you mean it looked like a gas stove? What? It was not a gas. I have a flat top, just electric stove. I wish I had a gas stove, chat. Chat, I wish I had a gas stove. You know what has a gas stove? You know what I've been looking at, chat, that I shouldn't be looking at? That I've never, because I'm not gonna get it, but like what I want to get, chat. Chat, you know what? You know what I've been looking at that has a gas stove that I will never, that I will most likely never actually acquire, but would be really fucking funny if I did. Hold on, let me bring this up. Pull that shit up, Jamie. Pull that shit up. Pull that shit up, Jamie. Oh, there's two sound. I gotta go up a little bit. Zoom out here a little bit. There we go. Oh, there it is. See, chat, like, you want to see something that has a gas stove? Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beast right there. Look at that. Look how clean that shit is. It probably smells like fish in there because of this, but interior looks really fucking nice, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at those, like, racing seats for some reason. Fucking manual transmission. Roll up windows. Based. It's got fucking... It's got a fucking toilet. It's got everything, chat. I could totally live in this. I could totally live in this, chat. I could strap a kayak to the top of it, and I could just go around to different lakes and fucking fish those different lakes. How much? It's pretty expensive. It's like $1,400. Only 13K? It is pretty good. I really want it. I really, really want it, chat. I so desperately want this thing. Probably not gonna happen, but you know, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen because there's a small part of me that just has hope. But you know, that's a pretty small part. But you know, whatever. I don't know. it would be funny because that's in South Nevada, right? That's near Las Vegas. So if I did get that, I'd have to fly over to Las Vegas, and if I would probably, what I would do is I'd fly to Las Vegas, pick it up, and drive it to California, where I would then like meet up with Nano, and then I would drive it to, and then I would like maybe hang out with Amoya, and then come back. I'd probably drive it back from there. I pass on Audi e-tron GT. I will get Lexus RCF, a GT converted into electric. We'll add electric supercharger. Electric supercharger? Damn, that's just really gay. Sounds really gay. I'm sorry. There's just the idea of an electric supercharger just really just. Don't talk about EVs while other people are talking about beans. Astra will lose it. Let's talk about guns. So I got 2 black revolvers with gold hammers and triggers, and I want to change them from plain grip. Change from the plain grips. I can't decide dark or light grips. There is a black mother of pearl grips or the Virgin Mary grips. Also oak leaf scrollwork bond. I just can't decide. I mean, realistically, it's just a color theory. If it's a dark, right, revolver, get dark wood. Don't like don't make the pearlescent like grips clash with the rest of the handgun. Pearlescent grips work on like stainless steel guns, not like blued dark guns. Get the wooden grips. Though wooden grips are much more painful than rubber grips because they don't absorb shock as well. So like I would never ever put wooden grips on something smaller than a 6-inch revolver. If you can't buy guns and ammunition, you can probably just buy the RV and just... If you can buy guns and ammunition, you can probably just buy the RV and just start saving up. Easy. I can't buy guns and ammunition, though. What? I don't buy guns and ammunition. People give me guns and ammunition, and I am very thankful for that, but I don't have money for that. Thoughts on the Rimac Nevera? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, chat. Meet up with Nano and wake her up in her feeding cage. Wake up in her feeding cage. I'll just go take a trip to visit Nano and then just wake up the next day like in one of those, just trapped. And then I'm playing the long game. That would be fun. I'd like to do that. Didn't Nano get canceled this week again? I don't know. What did something happen with Nano? I've literally got a thing I gotta do with Nano tomorrow. What's going on with Nano? Did Nano get canceled again? What did she say this time? If I agree with it, then I won't care. I like the Lexus RC IS 500. Very attractive design. Dude, Lexuses are just so boring. I'm sorry. They just are. I had a Lexus. They're just boring. People who go hog wild on, oh my god, I get the Lexus LS 430. Like, the fucking... God damn it. It's just a Toyota. It's just a fancy Toyota. It's not cool. It's just not cool. But it's on Shocked Face, the new one. What did she do? What is the chat? You gotta fill me in on this juicy Nano drama that I haven't heard about. What's going on? The F Sport is nice. Nano's still active. Yeah, but what happened? The pitchforks and torches came out again. What did she do? What did she say? What was her opinion? You can't just say, "Oh, she says that fucked up," and then not say what it was. What happened to the podcast with Nano, Lauren, and Adrian? Well, Lauren disappeared for a long time, and Adrian got femboyed. And Adrian got hit with the anti-femboy ray. So now, Lauren came back, and so we're doing the podcast tomorrow. And I'm fairly certain it's going to be live streamed tomorrow at like 3 p.m. Eastern. On Nano's channel. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. So if you want to watch the podcast, it's gonna happen tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what that is Australian time, but yeah. Does it involve beans and chili? Where does Nano even stay? In what country? She lives in California. I'm watching a documentary on bull riding. I consider doing it as a career. Oh, I wouldn't do that as a career, man. That seems really fucked up. That seems really hard. Isn't that early for you? Yeah, but I can wake up time for it. I think she's gonna stream it on both YouTube and Twitch, so it's just like over to Nano's Twitch when it happens. But what am I getting into? What controversy did Nano get herself into now? What opinion? was so controversial that she got canceled again for the 15th gajillionth time. What is her controversial opinion? What did she say? No one's told me yet. Grid your mind, Astra. Look for a new design, not old, boring. Don't get fooled. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? She said beans belong in chili. Oh, those are fighting words. I'm gonna have to. What are you getting into? I'm gonna have to talk to her about that one. That's what I'm gonna have to ask. Do beans belong in chili? I'm a cowboy from Texas. It's time to get my legacy going. I mean, shit, dude. You do what you want to do, I guess. I wouldn't personally become a bull rider because, you know, it seems really fucking dangerous. But, you know, as long as you do it and you don't get hurt, man. It's only the opposite of that statement that's controversial. No. Don't try to... Boobs is full of lies. Lion boobs. Lemon pepper wings, better than buffalo. Okay, that's not true. That's just false. Now not only have you like pissed me off by saying such an outlandish claim, but you've made me hungry for buffalo wings, and I'm upset about it. Would these boobs lie to you? Yes, they would. They would. About chili, they'd lie about anything if it was in relationship to chili. Still, no one's told me what Nano said. I'm like genuinely curious. What did Nano say? Oh fuck! I keep unplugging my fucking lamp. If Astra became a bull rider, half the chat would change their name to Bull. I'm not into Twitch. Twitch, by the way, they're just here to save Astra from financial disaster. Just wait until I become Zach Fair soon. What? Hydrate. Raw unseasoned wings is better than buffalo. Listen, dude, you're just trying to make me mad. Once I get my ranch up and ready, I'm naming my first bull after Astra. Can I go visit him? Can I visit the bull? Can I, like, pet the bull? Pogstra. Hell yeah. Astra goes bull riding. And there's just, like, a line of guys with the shirt. My name is Bull. Is chat gaslighting Astra about Nano? More than likely, yes. More than likely, chat is just gaslighting me again, which is pretty normal for chat at this point. They like to do that a lot. It looks like. I said, but Astra ignored it. Okay, well, hold on. Let me go back in chat. Let me go back here. I don't see it. I don't see where you said it. Where did you say it? So Astra, try to work out on a daily basis. I already maxed out my full body workout, including Zach free squat. Yeah, but like, exercise is dumb. I don't want to exercise. Exercise is for chumps, dude. Like, the only exercise I want to do is paddle kayaking. That's the kind of exercise I want to do. Just try to eat like 4 canned tuna after you cook it. I heard it is something about non-binary people not existing. Some slightly homophobic, transphobic hot take, but I'm not sure as their Nano streams while it works. It's hard to catch her. I mean, that's not. I don't know. That's not so bad. It's hard to claim Nano is transphobic, right? Like that's kind of sort of ridiculous. You can't call her. You can't cancel Nano for being transphobic. That's just not. That's just. Who is that really gay guy? That makeup tutorial, the High Fifth Earth guy. Who was that guy? James Charles. That's like calling James Charles homophobique. You can't do that. Squinting your eyes, bro. Sis, do you need eyeglasses? Maybe. Isn't she literally trans? Yeah. From what I heard, she keeps getting accused of gatekeeping because of her stance on who is and who is not trans. Did not hear it myself, but otherwise I mentioned. I mean, I do think there is some room for gatekeeping. I think that there should be gatekeeping in the trans community to an extent, right? Because if you don't have any gatekeeping, you just open the door to everybody, and there are definitely predators who would like to take advantage of that. Like, there just are, right? And to act like there aren't is going to hurt people, right? It's like there should be some gatekeeping going on, you know? If only just to protect, like, certain people who are vulnerable. If Nano is transphobic, then she hates herself? She's not, she doesn't hate herself, she's spooked of herself. Whenever she looks in the mirror, she goes, "Ah!" Whenever she sees herself in the mirror, she's like, "Oh, I'm so afraid of trans people, ah!" James Charles is gay? Isn't that who I'm thinking of? The really, like, the guy who got, like, hip surgery or some shit? As long as you learn the Hawk toy, you got 24 down pat. Forgot the sarcasm tag. Fucking Hawk tour. What even, like, what even was about, like, what was the point of that? Or how did she get so viral? Like, why did people go so insane over that? Gatekeeping, the word gape also means nothing. Gatekeeping. I'm a big gatekeeper. I like to gape. I love gape. I'm not gonna say that. They threw the internalized transphobia and misogyny at her as well. Yeah, I guess, yeah, but there's always people gonna be complaining about that. Like, there are people, so long as there are people on the internet, there's gonna be someone who gets offended by something. Like, it's dumb to be like, "Oh, Nano's, you said we should gate, you said this, like, thing that makes a lot of sense. Oh, we can't have that. We need all 100% acceptance. You need to be, it doesn't matter who you are, we need to accept you no matter what." It's just like there's a level that no longer becomes, like, good. I'd work in Canada, but to be fair, would go USA for tourism. I'd work in Canada as a bull rider. Wait, no, not as a bull rider. Why would you work in Canada? Just for in general, like, Canada sucks. It was a slow day on the internet, and it needed a new meme template. Never have someone insist they were a gatekeeper. I believe also I can live and work in the USA as long as I have Canadian citizenships. I'm not sure about that. I don't know what the rules on that are. I know it's easier to get in the US if you're Canadian than, like, German, for instance, but, like, for the most part, I don't think it's, I don't know how different it is, you know? I am the gatekeeper. Offer your anuses. It requires a gifted key master. See, if you're this thick, you can't be the key master. You need to be, like, this thick to be the key master so you can be the gatekeeper. I am the gatekeeper. Are you the key master? It's so fucking stupid. Sorry. Is it really Canada is boring? Canada really is boring, dude. I've been to Canada before. It's not that great of a place. It's like, you know, it was pretty when I went there, but it was, I don't know, there's like, I went to Vancouver, and, like, over all the bus stops, there was, like, rape etched into the bus stops, and I was like, wow, what a nice city that we're in. They need work visas? Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think you could just, like, live in the US as a Canadian. Like, you need to be an American citizen to live in the US without having, like, a job, unless you have a work visa. Not even a doubt. Can't wait to see the movie Gatekeeper Fist of Fury. Fist of Fury 2, the Gatekeeper. That sounds like a really raunchy gay porno. I'm sure that exists. I've heard that Alberta's full of redneck, inbred Alabama types. Well, Canada's very, like, they're not really they're very diverse, right? Because you got like the edge, and like one side has a bunch of liberals, and the other side has a bunch of conservatives, and they just don't like each other. And it's I don't know, because like people on the west coast of Canada do not like the people on the east coast of Canada. The people in the middle hate both of the coasts. It's like weird. I don't really know. Blame Canada. The beaded little lies. Their head's so full of lies. Blame Canada. The good thing they always give you a euthanasia option for free. That's why I'm going there. What, you want insurance to pay for like a stair lift so you can go upstairs in your own house? Have you considered suicide? Everyone hates Quebec, except for Quebec. There's no Canada. I like French Canada. It's like, I want to go to Quebec. Quebec is the only place I want to go. But not because of Quebec, but because there's something there I want to see. That's it. I had hockey sticks as you cross the border. They hand you hockey sticks. It's like, oh, hey there. You're going to need this there, mate. Oh, hey there, bud. Well, inbred is a blocked word. Apparently, yes, it is a blocked word. Twitch suicide in Minecraft. Their economy is even worse than ours, and housing prices are crazy. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Fuck, dude, I keep hearing people, like, talk about, like, I was watching PKA the other day, and I was listening to Woody talk about something, and listen, I like Woody most of the time, but, like, goddamn, sometimes some people are so out of touch. They're like, the economy is doing great. I don't understand what they're talking about. The economy is booming. No, the fuck it's not. Like, the economy is so bad right now. It's, like, genuinely the worst economy I've ever lived through. It's the worst economy I've seen in my entire life. Is Woody a Canadian? No, Woody is... Okay, so Woody is, like, a retired, like, guy who lives off of his investments, which is why he doesn't understand how the economy is not good right now. Because all he cares about is his investments. How good the stock market is doing is how he gauges how good the economy is doing. So if the stock market is doing well, then he thinks the economy is doing well. But in reality, that's not the way it works. Because normal people don't have... you know, $200,000 invested in stocks and bonds somewhere. They don't have that. Normal people are working paycheck to paycheck and don't have any stocks. So they get fucked. Those are the people that are really struggling right now because, like, the prices of housing is fucking ronked. It's ronked. It's the pricing of food is ronker-donkered. It's a new word, I just made it up. Like, the pricing of food, like, housing pricing has gone up, like, 40% or some bullshit like that. The price of food has gone up by, like, 20%. Like, the cost of living has genuinely gone up, like, 20% over the past 4 years. And, like, to hear someone say, oh, the economy is doing good, like, you're so out of touch. You have no idea what, like, normal people are going through. I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago. Even McDonald's has hundreds of desperate applicants for every part-time job. The price of houses was never going to come down again. Get ready for a full future of renting and 6 roommates. I think the housing market will crash. I think the bubble will crash because it's being artificially inflated. Because you have companies like BlackRock that are buying a lot of houses and artificially making the housing pricing. The housing prices are being raised artificially. They're not being raised because there's just a demand for them. There is a demand, but there's also, they want the pricing of housing to go up. Because if you buy a house in the US, there's an assumption that your investment will always make money and that you will never lose money on investing in a house. And because of that idea, the housing market must always, always, always go up and never go down, or else the people who own the houses are going to be pissed. But that means that the people who don't already own a house have a harder time getting a house because everybody keeps raising the prices of housing. And so it's like what you're ending up with is now a bunch of boomers own all the houses, and all the zoomers who are getting into the job market can't afford houses, and so now there's going to be a problem. When people can't afford houses, revolutions happen when people can't afford to feed themselves or house themselves, and we're fucking coming up right up towards that. So I'm adding Japan on my list. Oh, you don't want to live in Japan, buddy. We had this conversation last stream. You don't want to work. You don't want to live in Japan. You don't want to do that. private equity firms and foreign investors laundering money for their government. Simple solution: do not allow corporations to own a single-family home. Do not allow foreigners to own single-family homes. Yeah, it's a simple solution. That's not gonna happen because of lobbying, but that would be a simple solution. The other thing is, like, for instance, LA has like some of the worst housing problems in the country. But the issue is, part of the reason why there is such a housing shortage in LA is because it is so hard to build a new house. Building a new house is extremely, extremely difficult because if you build a new house, it devalues all of the rest of the houses around them because it adds another... It decreases the scarcity. So since housing prices are based off of, like, scarcity, if you make it hard to build new houses, your house will be worth more money. And so that's why they don't want new houses to be built, because the people who already own the houses will lose money if they do that. The problem is that now there's no house, no one can get houses. You hit the 2 hour mark. I did. I'll go over a little bit longer because I'm having a rant, but you know. Yeah, my rent is 600. Like, brag much. Houses here in LA is in the hot, so nice areas are closer to 900,000 and up. Any decent place, where did I go? Any decent place at higher rate is rate of 40 years mortgage. Like, it's just ridiculous. So it's like, not only is the housing prices like fucked, right? The interest rates are fucked because the Federal Reserve a couple months ago announced, because, okay, so inflation was really bad a couple years ago after COVID, and so the Federal Reserve raised interest rates really high to combat inflation. And so because they did that, inflation went down, but it didn't go down quite as much as they wanted to. So a couple months ago, they just basically said, yeah, we're not lowering interest rates because the inflation's not where we want it yet. And so it's like, not only are housing prices absolutely ridiculous, no one can buy a house because the interest rates are fucking absolutely just horrible. 13% interest on like a 40-year mortgage is fucking a lot of money. Where will you get 400K? It's like, it's just not happening, man. It's not happening. What you're gonna end up with is a bunch of people who are disenfranchised with the government, who are not happy with the government, and they're gonna do, I don't know, this is how civil wars start, and it's scary, chat. It's real scary. I know, right, Peanut? She agrees with me. Did you see that she nodded? What everyone makes, I'm surprised you were able to pay internet. What everyone makes, I'm surprised you're able to pay internet. I mean, yeah, it's tight. It's tight. It's fucking tight, man. Tighter than my pussy. Anyway, chat. I'm gonna end the stream there because I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might eat. I might go try to like season this pan really quick to maybe cook an egg on. But then I don't really want to season this pan right now, so I'm probably not gonna do that. And I'm probably gonna go sit and like think about what I want to eat, and then I'm gonna forget to eat. Thank you, Carl Cat, for the $30. Thank you so much. I'll probably like make some ramen in a little bit. That'll be good. Ending on a tight bussy. Yeah, we're ending on a tight bussy. That's what we're doing tonight, chat. Thanks for wearing those shorts. Yeah. Times are so hard, even poor femboys can't eat. Where heroes return the impossible into possible. You're always struggling, Astra. You always have a path. You're always in the path of heroes. Well, thank you. Thank you. To get traditional loan, you need 20% down and 470 plus credit rating. I feel for young kids, you will never have the opportunities my generation had. Really, it is fucked. Like, younger generations got so fucked. They got so fucked, dude. It's ridiculous. Being a young person in the United States feels like you just got robbed. It genuinely feels like we just got robbed. COVID happened. We were like on track to inherit like a good economy. And then COVID happened, and it's like the boomers were like, oh, this is a great excuse to fuck over the Gen Zs. Good night, Dan. Eat something, please. Well, I'll see what I have. I don't actually know what I have to eat here. 3 lines of existing credit and enough income that your mortgage is below X%, etc. Yeah, it's just like, it's unreasonable. I genuinely don't have any hopes or aspirations of owning a house, ever. unless I like make it really big, like Finster or some shit. Unless I like blow up on the internet and just get lots of money that way. Other than that, there's like approximately a 0% chance that I ever own a house. It's never gonna happen. There is a small chance that I own this, but only a small chance because that's still expensive. I don't know why more people don't perform polycules to make more easier at buying houses. Because I don't want to be in a polycule, dude. I don't want to like live with 3 other people that I fuck constantly. Like I like monogamous relationships. It's like especially when you've got one person and you fuck that one person, and you know maybe you do a threesome every once in a while, but that's not the person. You have a connection, right? I don't know. When was the last time I worked out? A couple of minutes ago when I did it when I stepped on that stepper machine. Otherwise I don't work out. Anyway, chat. I saw some trailers in your area for 10 to 30k, which may be my play. That may be. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Raid, who's streaming right now? And I'll just end the stream. Soko's streaming, but I've raided Soko like I think the past like 5 times I've raided someone, it's been Soko. So anyway, you could raid Hassan. I would never raid Hassan, dude. Hassan, like, I fucking hate Hassan Piker, dude. I hope Hassan Piker hears this and knows that me as a femboy don't like you. I genuinely hate Hassan Piker. Champagne socialist to the fucking max. Anyway, chat. I'll see everybody. Who is Hassan? He's just a dumb internet guy who likes to think he knows more about shit than he really does. Anyway, I'm going to go see if there's I might go make some ramen. We'll see. Anyway, chat. I'm gonna see you all later. See you all tomorrow. I will probably stream tomorrow as well. On my own stream. We'll see how I'm feeling after the podcast thing. But the podcast should be at about 3 p.m. Eastern, I think. I think that's what it is. I have to double check. Double check it. But I think it's going to be 12 p.m. Pacific. Nano's channel. Yeah. The only way Astra raids is in IRL with full assault packages. It's not important enough to hate. Not really, but he says some of the dumbest things ever. Like he's one of those things. Like he said one of those things as an American that just pisses you off. Like my core American in me is just pissed off by what he says. Like he said some fucked up shit, man. But anyway, I'm not talking about Hassan Piker. Fuck Hassan Piker. Fuck that guy will never get femboy pussy. Fuck that guy. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you everybody for donating. Thank you everybody for showing up.